2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And look at this.
Oh, what the fuck?
And picked up by the Chargers. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
That's bullshit.
It's tough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
Yeah, he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Well, a second down throw for the
good play,
end zone,
bro.
but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the
What the fuck was that? Man, that fumble pissed me off.
Is that throw a ride? Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Oh.
It's knocked away, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Gotta kick field goal, bro. You supposed to kick a field goal, bro. You can't go for 4th downs and shit. You can't go for 4th downs and shit. You supposed to kick field goal.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Xander Horvath. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The two teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost him.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's playing that around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Man, that's the bullshit, man.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
See, I'm thinking you can't fucking go for it on 4th down. Man, that shit done threw me the fuck out.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game. And he's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession.
Fuck my whole game up.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape.
Nah, I don't give a fuck,
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Herbert on first down now. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert now. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so
me up on that fourth down.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Way to go. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Lawrence. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This defense for the Jags, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. He gets this out to Spiller. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards that time. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down. Almost back to the drawing board.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. (21-0) our score after 1.
All right, good shit. Fucking, that was the first quarter. Get over that shit. Yeah, man, fucking waiting shit.
Position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Herbert.
He open.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh,
he's got it
shit.
in, complete. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score.
Touchdown! Austin Eckler. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that.
Some fucking bullshit.
To finalize things off.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late.
See, they got Marvin Jones out there. Let me fix my depth chart right quick. Hold on. We got all the way fucked up. It's supposed to be Zay Jones.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And to throw again is Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Oh, come on, Angel.
Incomplete.
They're putting together a drive in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The The Charger drive about to get going. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. It's Ekeler again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he dumps it to Ekeler underneath. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Jalen Guyton was undrafted out of North Texas, but he's carved out a nice little role with this offense, especially when he runs routes like that and makes catches.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Herbert back to the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Running on 1st down, Ekeler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a round.
Boy, we're getting our ass beat. This motherfucking game, we're leading the game.
Halftime report. Coach?
I'm trying to put up 50 on my ass. Don't keep going deep, fuck it.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Eckler, they run left side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the...
Touchdown, Chargers! Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it is 42-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one is turned out to be nightmare realized.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Did it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now it's Herbert. The ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Hopkins with the extra play, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Keep giving it to
the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And down he'll go at the 25. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now Lawrence to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Where we at? The 27. We still going deep. Fuck.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 27 yards. And the Jaguars are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles.
What the fuck? He said what?
But it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can. What a dynamic player Ekeler has become since going undrafted out of Western State. He was top 5 in rushing touchdowns and all-purpose yards last season, while nearly getting his first 1,000-yard campaign on the ground. Somehow, he has yet to appear in a Pro Bowl. That seems likely to change this season.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Allen's got it complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Looking downfield for Jones.
Oh, didn't even jump for it.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's Ekeler to begin the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 78 yards on the ground for Ekeler here. That's a first down. Out of the gun, Ekeler running it. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Ekeler. And that's going to be good for the Chargers' first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Herbert now. From left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Caught by Allen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 30, 10.
Good shit, boy.
This one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And it was a game where they were off and running in the